Analysis of Kolbrin Bible, Book 2, Chapter 10, verses 12 and 13, on personal responsibility. When he returned, the others camping with him had cattle that had eaten a natural growing herb, and they were blaming Herminator and God for letting this happen. They claim because they listened to him, they neglected to worship a god called Shamakin or a god called Yahana. GLN 1012. Then Herminator left the place where he had seen the face of the Father of Gods, returning to the encampment of his people which had been set up in the midst of pasture land. When he drew nigh, he saw cattle lying beside the running waters, and men were moving among them. The cattle were dead, and their bellies swollen. Men came up to Herminator and cried, "Behold, the sustenance of our children is taken from their mouths. The cattle have eaten a herb that burns as fire in their bellies, so they crave water, drinking until they become overfilled, and their bellies burst from within. Therefore they die. Who is this whom you call Father of the Gods? Perchance the gods do have a father. But where is the God who protects men? Where is the God who is the Father of men? While you leave us to pay homage to the exalted one, who may concern himself with the affairs of the gods, but has no concern for the welfare of men. Our cattle die. Because of your words, we have neglected to build an altar to Shamakin, or to pay homage to Yahana. Truly we are men who have been deceived and led astray. We are men who have walked with their eyes turned upward and fallen into a quicksand. Tell us then, O wise one, who are the gods of men and of cattle?" Herminator asks why they are blaming God. He put them in charge of these animals. Those in the wild God protects. They know not to eat the herb. But man is tasked with taking care of the animals they use, and it is their laziness, not God's indifference, that caused the calamity. GLN 1013. This filled the heart of Herminator with ire, and he cried out to the wrathful people, "Wherefore do you cry out to me and seek some god to come to your aid? There is but one God, and these that you call gods are but manifestations of his members. Why do you seek to cast blame on God for your own neglect? Has he not relinquished his hold on all creatures that serve man, and given them into your hands? Behold, the beasts of the forest and wilderness, do they eat of the herb that poisons? Are they not able to know the herb that is harmful and the herb that nourishes? The herb that heals in sickness and the herb that brings death? Who taught them this wisdom? There are creatures under the care of God, which know not the slothful care of man. Therefore they are safe from the deadly herb and pass it by. But you, having taken these poor beasts to benefit from them, are solely responsible for their well-being. They are your responsibility. Your life is not at the mercy of whim. The decision you make affects everything that comes after that. And trying to blame everybody else for something bad that happens, when in fact, if you had done what was respected, what was the responsible thing to do, most likely the bad thing would not have happened. So blaming everybody else is a way of shirking any responsibility, but it also makes you feel like you have no control over your own life, when in fact you really do. You just don't want to face it.